And just here, we're back to a new Pizza Thursday edition stream. And yeah, we are beginning Crash Twinsanity. Which, yeah, I am very excited on starting Crash Twinsanity. And on the Pizza Thursday series, I can definitely say, for sure. And I can already confirm, also, what's going to be next on the Pizza Thursday series after Crash Twinsanity, and that is the Ratchet & Clank games. You know, starting with the original 3 games. Since I have those on the PS3. On my PS3. That will be happening after Twinsanity on the Pizza Thursday series. So I can go ahead and confirm it. And also, I have a Coke. Yeah, I got me a Coke here from the store today. And again, the rules, I can go ahead and say the rules. The rules, obviously, quite simple. 100% in the game. Yeah, we're 100% in the game. Getting all the gems. Getting all of the gems on all of the levels. Getting all of the crystals. So yeah, 100%. And of course, defeating the evil twins as well. That is the main objective. That what we will be doing is 100% in the game, and obviously defeating the evil twins. And again, I still wish that this game could have got a remake. Obviously, I don't ever see this happening now, but this was definitely a Crash game I really wanted to see get a remake. Just because it had so much potential. That's the thing. It had so much potential. This game had so much potential. So much potential. With all the cut content, right? Right, just with all the cut content. It had so much potential, but of course, it got rushed. And a lot of stuff was cut. Including, obviously, my favorite cut level, which was Gone a Bit Coco. Out of all the cut content, Gone a Bit Coco is my absolute favorite when it came to the idea of what the level was going to be about. Of going inside of Coco's mind as Cortex. But again, sadly, that was cut in development. I mean, we could. I think we're getting like a fan remake. I'm pretty sure somebody's actually making a fan remake. I don't know if there still are. I know I saw somebody making like a fan remake or something with all cut content. But sadly, we won't have all of an official. Sadly. Yeah, sadly, we won't have an official Twinsanity remake at this point, obviously. I mean, people are still on the edge saying that after Crash 4, they're going to do a Crash Twinsanity remake. Because, the whole 106% ending of Crash 4 is about time. That does not make any sense. I'm sorry, but that is totally ridiculous. Like, you don't even see the connections, right? You don't see the connections. Crash 4, It's About Time, and Crash Wrath of Cortex ended very differently. Right? I don't know why people are saying that, to be honest. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yes, Cortex and Uka Uka are both stranded on both games, I guess you could. Well, technically not Crash 4, but on Wrath of Cortex, they're stranded. and this these Antarctic waste, as Cortex describes it on on Twinsanity, right? Since Twinsanity is a sequel to Cortex, but still, they were frozen in the Antarctic waste, and yet Crash 4, Cortex is, banished to the end of the universe, and Uka Uka finds him there. So again, totally different. Totally different endings, I would say. I don't know why people would think that they had any resemblance whatsoever. I'm just saying, that still makes me very confused why people would have thought with that. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. That's just me. I still hope that we will get a Crash 5, though. I do hope we still get a Crash 5.
It's easy.
Even though one was cut, or one was cancelled, that would have Spyro as a crossover, right? A crossover with Spyro. That we did make a video talking about the cancelled Crash 5 that Toys for Bob did. That would have had, a Spyro crossover. But, yeah, I still believe that, yes, we will get a Crash 5. It might not be the same thing, though. Right? It might not be the same thing as they were planning on it. Being a crossover with Spyro. I just know that for sure. I don't believe it'll be what they probably had in mind. But we will get, I do believe with all my heart that we'll get a Crash 5. We better, though. I don't want it to end up being the same thing like Sly 4, and where we never got, got it resolved, right? Where we never got the ending resolved, the cliffhanger resolved, because Crash 4 and Sly 4 both end on a cliffhanger, so hopefully Crash 4 doesn't end up like Sly 4 with no resolving the ending. And of course, here's where the bug run would have been, right? The whole bug run, which, yeah, if I just search it up on my phone, I can show y'all the whole, at least the icon of the bug run section, which I really don't see why, to be honest, that they had to cut it. Yeah, cut the whole bug run section. Like, I'm not really too sure why they really did have to cut it. Doesn't really make any sense. I mean, sure, I can understand time constraints, right? Time constraints. I can understand it. Time constraints. Definitely understand that. Because, the people that was behind, not the developers, but, the company that owned Crash Bandicoot back then were complete idiots, complete morons, right? That's all I can just say. But yeah, obviously, we had this icon, which, yeah, this is also in the game. We had this icon that was going to be on that wall right there, and where that waterfall is, that wasn't going to be a waterfall. That was not originally going to be a waterfall. It was going to be this hole that you would go into, and in that hole would have been a complete different section where it would have been like a chase sequence. Yeah, would have been a chase sequence. Which there are footage on YouTube, like of the Gamer's Hut, I'm pretty sure his name is, which I'm pretty sure he he was one of the developers of Twinsanity, where he actually, went over one of the prototype of Twinsanity, where it actually had the bug run section. But yeah, bug run. I mean, it would have been in this section alone, right? It would have still been in this area. But, again, for whatever reason besides time constraints,
it's true.
They just cut it.
Do have more fun.
Yeah. Besides time constraints, they just decided to cut it altogether. And it would have led to probably somewhere over here, I'm pretty sure. Because again, it would have been still pretty close to where you entered the hole. But like I said, there's loads of content that was cut from this game, though, that was planned. There was definitely loads of cut content that was planned to be in the game. But sadly, never came it out to be. And yeah, hopefully everybody is doing good. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning. But yeah, hopefully everybody that is tuning in is having a good day, having a good week. Hopefully everybody is feeling well as well.
Hey, yeah, you. I've been doing this for 10 stinking years. Back and forward, and I'm sick of it. But I'm not gonna do it no more.
Again, we can either take out the skunk or just go around it, because we can go around it. Here, I'll just go around it. I'll spare that skunk. Yeah, I'll spare that skunk. You can make it go into the nitros, but I'll just decide to just spare the skunk. Yeah, I'll just spare the skunk's life.
Nice to see me, Crash. Like the fleas in your fur, I keep coming back. 3 years I spent alone in the frozen Antarctic wastes. And I missed you. And so I've organized a little gathering, like a birthday party, except the exact opposite. And look, all of your friends are here. You are so very popular. Let's start handing out the presents.
I don't know why Polar is there. I always wonder. Like, what is Polar even doing there? I have no clue. And Crunch as well. I don't know why Crunch is there too. He's pretty confused looking though.
This is from Dingo Dog.
Yeah, he looks very confused.
Ripperoo, you shouldn't have. Pinstripe, how thoughtful. Oh dear, two of the same. But don't worry, I kept the receipt. Here's one gift you can return.
Very, very confused. Crunch looks like. I know that that new Pixar Disney movie Hoppers has been out for quite a bit, but I am going to wait until it comes to Disney Plus to watch it. Yeah, I am going to wait until it comes to Disney Plus to watch it. I do want to watch it, but I'm not really, I'm not like with the Mario movie, for example, where, yeah, I would really want to see in theaters. I'm not like with that. Or the Minecraft 2 movie, or the Simpsons 2 movie, where I want to see those in theaters. I'm not like that. yes, I want to see the movie, but I'm not really wanting to see it. You know, like it's kind of hard to explain, really. But y'all probably see what I'm talking about, though. Yes, I want to watch it, but probably not as much as to see in theaters. Oh yeah, Toy Story 5 is yet another movie I want to see in theaters. Toy Story 5 is another one I want to watch in theaters when it comes out. I mean, the Mario Galaxy movie is coming next month. Do remember, the Mario Galaxy movie is coming next month. In April. And of course, Toy Story 5 is coming out in 3 months. The Minecraft movie and the Simpsons 2 movie won't be until next year, of course. But yeah, definitely want to see those in theaters too. And I know there's a very low amount of people that's excited for Toy Story 5. I mean, thankfully there are people that I do know. And some that are watching, I would definitely say, that, you know, are excited as well. Which I'm very happy to know I'm not the only one excited. Right. I am glad to know I'm not the only one excited for Toy Story 5. Because again, there's a whole lot of people that's not excited for it. And it is sad. It is pretty sad, I would say. And again, you gotta love the soundtrack in this game. You gotta love the soundtrack in this game. I absolutely do. Yeah, I absolutely love the soundtrack in this game. Absolutely love the soundtrack. Definitely one of my favorite Crash games when it comes to, especially with the soundtrack as well. I absolutely love. Crash and Cortex, though, really rumbling it out here. That's for sure. Yeah, that is for sure. They're really rumbling it out. Really, really rumbling it out. Like, are we gonna have to put a lace on one of them? Or something? Just of how much they're fighting here in this whole section alone. That's what I want to know.
Well, well. A power crystal.
Which I do wonder if we'll see the power crystals return in Crash 5. Right? I would wonder if we would see them return. If they would bring back the power crystals. Not sure.
Yes, the crystal is mine.
Not too sure exactly.
Keep back, you weak-minded fool. Avert your gaze or you'll go crystal crazy.
Crash can't help himself. The crystal is very shiny.
Throw me over there. Trust me.
We're pals,
We're
right?
pals, right?
Again, there really was no need for Cortex to teleport, because I was going to meet him over at the other side anyway. Yeah, I was going to meet him over at the other side anyway, so there's really no need for him to teleport. Wow, we're dead.
What have I got?
Ow, thankfully we had an Aku Aku there. Yeah, thankfully we had an Aku Aku there. And also with Gone a Bit Coco, the developers did claim, I have talked about this years ago as well, and plenty of times, but the Twinsanity developers did claim that they did actually record footage of Gone a Bit Coco, like all the way through, from start to finish. But obviously, they don't have the footage anymore. And who knows if it may be lost forever. That may be footage that will become lost media forever, because it's still not recovered to this day. I just hope that one day... I mean, look at all the cut content that people are finding on the internet as well. People are finding a lot of cut content from Crash Twinsanity years after its release. So hopefully the same would go with Gone a Bit Coco. I'm really hoping, because I am really determined to see the gameplay that Traveler's Tales, you know, that Traveler's Tales have claimed that they have made footage. They recorded footage of the level when they were developing the game. Because I am very desperate. I am very desperate to see gameplay of my favorite level when it came to the cut content. That would have definitely been my favorite level of the game. But definitely is my favorite of the cut content, for sure. Just the whole concept of, again, going into Coco's mine as Cortex and running into this whole town that we would have seen and fighting those bunny rabbits and those elephants and stuff. Hello, Victor. Hello, Maurice.
Adorable. Let me see. I might have some chalky treats here for you.
Chalky treats? Oh. We've some good news and some bad. The bad news? We're going to destroy your precious islands. The good, you won't be around to see it.
How tiresome.
Oh, you want to play mind games? Okay, tough guy.
Yeah, literally take his brain out.
Let's play mind games.
Literally goes out and puts, or takes out Cortex's brain out of his head.
Go on, run. Catch you later, Brainiac.
Yeah, literally just takes it out of his head. Like, yeah, that ain't already creepy enough. Right, with that already not being creepy enough. Just seeing him just holding his brain. Him just holding his brain, though. Cortex. I'd like to know how Cortex even put his brain back in, too. Like, yeah, I want to know how he even put it back in.
Enslave you and steal my brain. How I envy the simple life of the tribe's folk. What have I got? What have I got? What have I got?
I'm just doing that. I'm actually telling the truth when I actually say, I used to do what Papu Papu did with his stomach. I used to actually be able to do that when I was younger. No joke.
What have I got?
And of course, there's no skipping cutscenes. So you have to re-watch the cutscenes, which, yeah, I kind of do wish that they could have made it so. And also, if they did a remake, I do wish that they could have made an option, make an option where you can just skip the cutscenes. Because, yeah, what if you die loads and loads of times, and you have to rewatch the same cutscene over and over and over again? Doesn't that remind you a bit of the original Kingdom Hearts? Before the Final Mix Edition was a thing, you were not able to skip cutscenes. And every time that you died, you had to rewatch the same cutscene before even doing the, like if you're in a boss fight, you would have to rewatch the cutscene before doing, for each attempt, if you died. Before the Final Mix Editions and Kingdom Hearts 3, of how you're able to skip cutscenes. Yeah, things are just not going so good for Cortex, may I say. I mean, he just got a whole beehive on his head. He just got a whole beehive stuck onto his head. Just gotta wait for Cortex here to open this. Again, things are not going so good for Cortex here. And now he's got a bear chasing him. Yeah, he's got a bear chasing him. Not only that he's getting attacked by bees, but now he's got a freaking bear chasing him. Yeah, he's got a freaking bear chasing him now. Not just bees all over him, but a freaking bear. Thankfully, the bear does end up losing him. Yeah, thankfully, though. But then he gets captured by Papu Papu. Yeah, then he gets taken by Papu Papu, and now we have to go and rescue him. So yeah, that's the icing on the cake. Or the icing on the cake and the cherry on top. Him getting captured by Papu Papu after being chased by a bear and getting swarmed with bees. Like, yeah, Cortex really has it out for him, though. Seriously. He really has it out for him. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I love to sing with this lyrics though. Again, just the lyrics of this music. Just with their mouths. That's basically what the Twinsanity soundtrack is. The people just using their mouth. Just not really instruments, but using their mouths. Doing different noises. Again, it's just so funny though. I know this game also came out on Xbox as well. Yeah. Twinsanity also came out on Xbox. Didn't it come out on GameCube? Or am I thinking of another game? I might be thinking about another game. Not Twinsanity. Yeah, I might be thinking of another game. Yeah, I can very well be thinking about another game, not Twinsanity. Those noises when we kill those those things, I don't even know what you would even call them. They're not hogs, that's for sure. These sure don't look like hogs. Yeah, they sure don't look like hogs. There you go. It sounds like it's saying, row, row, row your boat. I think that's what it's actually saying. The guy just saying, row, row, row your boat. Now we gotta go and rescue Cortex. That is just out of reach of a power crystal. Yeah, he's just out of reach of a power crystal. What I like to do, first of all, is get rid of all the tribesmen. Yeah. I like to get rid of all the tribesmen before I go and deal with these worms, those greedy worms, to reach Cortex. This makes it a bit easier for us. Yeah, it just makes it easier for all of us. And now we can go and free Cortex. Well, first of all, we gotta go and get the gems. Right? The gems here. Ow. Yeah, wait for that to go back down. And look, even if we go in here to Papu Papu, look, He doesn't even do anything. And look, we can stand on his stomach. We can stand on Papu Papu's stomach. And he is just motionless. And look, I can stand on his head too. Like, yeah, I could just stand on his head and he won't do a thing about it. Again, this music, I love it. I love it, for real. I really do love it. This is video game soundtrack. This is music in a video game. For real. And that's what I love about it. That gummit, same spot. The same spot. And I'm pretty sure, yep, that's everything. So we can continue and now go rescue Cortex. Go and free Cortex. Just make sure we don't get killed by the worm, obviously. Just make sure we don't get killed by the worm here. That's the only thing. Don't get killed by the worm. And don't wait too long either. Make sure you don't wait too long before ground pounding the worm. There you go. And now Papu Papu is there. And now we're getting chased by his tribesmen. His tribesmen are something else, though. That's what I can say. That's all the gems in this part. On this level. Row your boat. There goes it again with row your boat. Got 34 extra men. Farmer Ernest.
Oh, Crash. The farmer's market is tomorrow, and my wampa trees won't grow, for my orchard is riddled with greedy worms. If you rid my land of these pests, I'll give you this power crystal.
But Cortex decides to just shoot him.
I'm an evil scientist. What do you expect? This isn't a game.
Yeah, he just says this isn't a game when looking at us. Again, fourth wall break. I swear, there are loads of fourth wall breaks in this game, too. Yeah, there's a whole lot of fourth wall breaks. Breaking the fourth wall. Like saying, come now, as we explore a new dimension. It should have been 2 dimensions, but we ran out of time. Meaning, Again, hinting at the whole, yeah, they ran out of time in development. Oh, I just love it, though. Right? Them just saying, Cortex saying, it should have been 2 dimensions, but we ran out of time. And, yeah, they did run out of time in development. Because there was going to be another dimension that you were supposed to explore. But again, it got cut in development, too.
I tell you, you boys have been doing swell. Just swell. Anyhow, we've been taking in the sights of Insanity Island here. Nice digs. So much to see, so much to destroy. You got the native village, the lava caves, the totem.
Yeah, the lava caves was also going to be a level, but it was cut also. I swear, there is so many cut content. It would take hours beyond hours beyond hours to talk about all of the cut content. Because of how much that was cut from this game alone.
As if they're alive.
Like, yeah, it would take absolutely forever to go through all the cut content. Yeah, the Totem Guard, whatever you want to call it. This is an interesting fight, I can say for sure. And again, the music. And having to throw Cortex inside of that mouth of that bait, that monster, as well. And then him coughing up Cortex. Again, I can just jam to the soundtrack of Twinsanity all day if I wanted to, just because of how catchy and how the songs are. That's what it sounds like that part is doing. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, shooting lasers at us. And yeah, just make sure you don't accidentally touch it after it's defeated, because if you touch it, you end up dying and you have to redo the fight again. Yeah, it's definitely best that you don't touch it. I mean, if you want to refight it, then yeah. If you want to refight it, just touch it. And then, yeah, you'll restart the whole fight.
See you around, losers! Hey, is it lunchtime yet?
10th dimension. Yes. In the dark ocean of my
I about just literally choked on my drink because I swallowed the wrong way.
The game is on. This way.
So again, if you wanted to redo the fight, just touch the Totem Guard. Just touch him, which I'm not, but if you wanted to, just touch him and you'll die and you'll redo the whole fight. Trust me, I've done that accidentally before, and yeah, you would have to redo the whole fight. Even after you defeated it, you would have to redo the fight again. Which I don't know why I just jumped down there if there was a gem up here. Yeah, there's a gem over here. I don't know why I... There you go. That's all the gems in Insanity Island. And yeah, there was another piece of cut content here, where on this boat, it was going to have like a boatman. A guy that you would be riding on the boat, and you would have to do some type of minigame. Some type of minigame that would lead all the way to Cortex's, you know, laboratory here. Yeah, and quite interesting.
Before you rises a cathedral of diabolical genius. Scary, but in the wrong hands, this iceberg lair could do much goodness in the world. Of course, only I have the key. Absurd.
Yeah, the key doesn't work.
Follow me.
The key don't work.
I know another way.
And of course, before we go with him, we're going to go and get the gems here. Yeah, we're going to go and get the gems here. Again, just make sure you don't accidentally hit the nitros. Definitely make sure of that. I mean, obviously there are some gems that are pretty challenging to get. Especially if there's some gems that you don't even know where they are. Which, of course, I do know where all the gems are located, of course. So I've played this game lots of times. So, but yeah, for anybody that's never played this game, if it's your first time playing it, then yeah, you will have some challenging... some challenge to try to find where the gems are located. But that's the point of it, though, right? It's part of a challenge. Right? That's the part of it. The point of it. It's part of the challenge. Wow. It's fine, though. Well, considering that we actually don't have to rewatch the cutscene? Okay. Well, sometimes you will have to rewatch a cutscene, but thankfully not every. Like, there's cutscenes that you don't have to rewatch if you die. Which is pretty good. Just one more gem here. Yeah, really cool ice layer, right? I would say. A really cool layer that Cortex has in this place. And this is the only time that we see a layer like this of Cortexes. Like, for real. This is the only time that we see this type of layer from Cortex. So that's all the gems in this level. Now we go to this place. Inside of this cave. Since, you know, we're having to go through to find another entrance to Cortex's lair. Laboratory. Iceberg lair. We're having to go through this cave to get to it. Yeah, having to find a more challenging way. I mean, of course, going through the front door, like Cortex tried to do, obviously would have been too easy. Right? It would have been made too easy. Would have been made way too easy. I love that I completely missed those enemies when I was trying to spin at them. Okay, that penguin kind of made me jump a bit. I didn't even know where that penguin came from. Like, it just came out of nowhere. Kind of gave me a fright. I definitely will say. Kind of gave me a bit of a fright there. Ow. Thankfully I managed to catch myself there. There, we already made it to the top of the climb. It's not a terrible climb, I would say. Not a very terrible climb. Yeah, not a terrible climb. We're about to come to another fourth wall break. Probably one of my favorite fourth wall breaks as well. Yeah, coming up to another one of my favorite fourth wall breaks. And it's on this scene alone. About the Rapha Cortex.
The check bounced. Are you sure? Well, the past few years have kind of been slow. Rapha Cortex didn't do as well as we'd hoped, and...
That's what I just love. Him just fourth wall breaking. The Rapha Cortex didn't do as well as we hoped. Again, that's just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Again, one of my absolute favorite fourth wall breaks. Just fourth wall breaking. Cortex just saying, the past few years have kind of been slow. Rapha Cortex didn't do as well as we hoped. Absolutely love it. And yeah, this was the first Crash game to have Lex Lane play Cortex. You know, the current voice actor of Cortex. This was the first Crash game to have him play Cortex. Because, you know, the first voice actor, well, I can't remember the first actor, besides, you know, the one that did Cortex in the original Crash one. But after him, it was Clancy Brown that did Cortex in the original Crash 2 all the way to Rafa Cortex, I'm pretty sure. And then Lex Lane took over since Twinsanity all the way to now. Which again, I do kind of prefer the current voice actor of Cortex though. The one that Lex Lane does. Which I'll always treasure a memory from my birthday, because Lex Lane, the voice actor of Cortex, back quite a few years ago, Lex Lane actually, again, the voice of Cortex to this day, he actually commented on a post that my mom made, and he actually wished me a happy birthday and said my name as well. So yeah, Cortex's voice actor actually wishing me a happy birthday. The current, still to this day, voice actor of Cortex wished me a happy birthday. Again, it was a few years ago. I think 2021 or maybe 2022. I think. It might have been 2023, but it has been a few years ago. But again, definitely something I always treasure. Actually, you know, a memory that I would absolutely treasure forever. Having one of my favorite actors on one of my favorite video game franchises wishing me a happy birthday. Like, y'all probably wouldn't be able to imagine how excited I was when my mom actually showed me that he actually commented on her, you know, on the post that she did for my birthday, and he actually commented and wishing me a happy birthday. Dr. Cortex wishing me a happy birthday. The voice of Cortex. Again, definitely a memory that I'll always treasure. Most definitely. We have yet another fight with Uka Uka.
Free again! Mighty Uka Uka! Who has released me from my icy tomb? My, can it be? Crash and Cortex? I don't know whether to kiss you or kill you!
No, he's not going to do the kissing part like Crash suggested. He's going to go for the killing part. Let's go, Uka Uka. And his ice body that he made. Again, a pretty easy boss, considering that he only has 3 health, right? He only has 3 pieces of health, so definitely doesn't last a long time. Hi, Uka. Again, just like that, he's defeated.
I shall return!
Uka Uka, wait! An evil greater than even yours threatens to destroy
R.I.P.
this world.
to Aku Aku voice actor,
That's my job!
Mel Winkler,
We are but 2 magical
who played
ants.
Aku Aku.
Join me, and
this
together we
mask
shall defeat
that he's
this
talking.
evil infestation.
I like a
We'll always remember
This should be
Mel
fun.
Winkler.
Raku Uka brothers together again.
He did a wonderful job as Aku Aku. He'll always be the best Aku Aku. It's just sad that he did pass, though. I mean, he passed in 2020. Yeah, he did pass in 2020. Because Crash 4 did in memory of Mel Winkler. Actually put a really good message. Put a picture of Mel Winkler, or an art design of Mel Winkler holding Aku Aku. A really, really good in memory of a legendary actor. I'll always love his work as Aku Aku. Even though he's sadly not in this world anymore, Mel Winkler. Again, ever since 2020 when he sadly passed. He'll always be the favorite Aku Aku voice actor of mine. I love the current Okay, we're back. It just cut off for some reason when I was talking. But yeah. Otherwise, short time words. Mel Winkler will always be my favorite of who played Aku Aku. Out of any of the people who played Aku Aku, he'll always be my favorite.
Trick or treat, trick or treat. Fools! You thought these two party toys could defeat us? We are masters of the infinite dimensions, with power over reality itself, and riches beyond imagination.
Riches?
Riches? What's wrong with you? Always bringing up the riches. You don't remember us, do you, Doctor?
Should I?
You ruined our lives.
And again, there was a short saying that was cut. Yeah, there was a short part that was cut from that. Where after Cortex said riches, when they found out about the riches that the evil twins had, In Trophy was supposed to show, or is supposed to show In Trophy drinking tea, and he would have heard somehow, and he was like, riches? Yeah, like In Trophy was supposed, that's where we found out that In Trophy found out about the riches that the evil twins had. Again, that scene was cut for some reason with In Trophy. It was so small. I don't know why they cut it, because it was so small. It was a few seconds. Not even a minute. Yeah, it wasn't even a minute, and they managed to cut it for some reason. Or, it was up there with the stuff that was cut. Yeah, it was in the Beyond things that was cut for some reason.
See, this is why nobody likes you. A curse on you, Crash Bandicoot. A curse on you all. We shall return. Oh, forget I mentioned the riches thing, huh?
Dr. Cortex, what have you done?
Who are these evil upstarts?
I've ruined the lives of so many. I can't be expected to remember them all.
Such a big head. Such a tiny brain.
If we deliver him to the evil twins, perhaps they will spare us.
But they'll kill me.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
Crash, I've been like a father to you. I created you, nursed you, tried to destroy you. Twins, with my mighty intellect and your vacuous stupidity, will be unbeatable. Come along to the Psychotron.
The Psychotron.
This is the Psychotron, gateway to the infinite dimensions. Beyond our universe, somewhere between the 9th and 11th dimensions, lies the mysterious 10th dimension. And there we must go in order to confront the evil twins, steal the riches, and restore the natural order of things, with me on top. We require 6 power crystals in order to make the leap, and we have 4. Let's see. That isn't enough! All is lost, unless... This way!
I mean, Cortex, you only need 2. You literally only need 2 power crystals. If you need 6 to go to the 10th dimension, you only need 2 more. Because again, we only have 4. Yeah, I only got 4 crystals. Now this part coming up can be quite interesting when it comes to getting the gems, because you may have to replay this level to even get all the gems.
Battleship and quickly before it sets sail. But how? Think, Cortex, think.
So that also, of course, means rewatching the same cutscene until you're able to get all of the gems. Just depends on the attempts that you get. Yeah, riding on Cortex as a snowboard. See, just like that, we already screwed up. Just like that, we already screwed it up. How about that? And we already got a checkpoint. Dadgummit. So, I was going to do a death abuse. But, yeah, obviously we got a checkpoint. So, we're going to have to go all the way through and go back to rewatching that same cutscene again to go back and get that gem. And yeah, that is kind of the annoying part, I will say. Let's just try to get the other gems, and hopefully we can worry about that other gem later on, before we go to Engine's battleship. Now, Cortex is in a lot of pain here, because look at this. Ugh! Just as screams, you can figure out where that's scraping on top. Ouch. Yeah, just from him screaming, you have a good idea where that's hurting him. Okay, I can't see where I'm going. That's a bit of an issue, wouldn't I say? Because what if I missed the spot I needed to jump? I'm just saying. What if I missed the spot that I needed to jump and I missed a gem? Just because I couldn't see where I was going.
Coming through! Ladies? Excuse me, madam. Are those real?
Mutter? Like his mutter is there. And of course I missed a jump again. I don't know what I'm doing. I always thought it was behind the TNT for some reason. I always think that. And again, we're gonna have to rewatch that whole cutscene. Make our way back to that spot. Rewatch that cutscene that we can't skip. And also the one that we, you know, when it comes to where we end this section too. We're gonna have to rewatch too. And of course I missed that. Yeah, that was definitely a mess up for sure. We gotta make sure we hit that before we do that. Then we got a gem right here that we thankfully managed to get. So we're just missing 2 gems. Yeah, we're just missing 2 gems now. So we're hopefully the next attempt that we're going to be doing before we go to InGen's battleship, we need to get those 2 gems. And apparently there is also another deleted scene also, where instead of Dingodile just in this porta potty, or this outhouse, he was supposed to have a date with Tana. You know, Crass's ex-girlfriend.
I've never been so
he was literally supposed in a storyboard.
Could never begin to compensate.
Treasure, eh? Bonfire.
In a deleted scene, a deleted storyboard, Dingodile actually was supposed to have a date with Tana. Tana Bandicoot. You know, Crass's ex-girlfriend. So yeah, Crass dated Tana. There are things that said Pinstripe dated Tana. Yeah, Tana dated Pinstripe, Potteroo, and Dingodile dating Tana. Like, yeah, a lot of Crass characters dating Tana. Yeah, there was like an official thing that mentioned about Pinstripe dating Tana. I can't remember where exactly, but there was like an official thing that where it mentioned of how Tana was dating Pinstripe. I guess he just likes bad boys. Right? As some girls would probably say. That they would just like bad boys. And maybe that's why she was dating Dingodile while he was still a villain. And dated Pinstripe. Both being bad guys. Well, Dingodile, again, used to be a bad guy. Until Crass 4. When he retired from villainy. Oh yeah, and we're gonna have to rewatch this cutscene again too. Yep.
This is the
We're gonna have to rewatch this cutscene.
gateway to the infinite dimensions beyond
The one right before we did a whole slide as well. And again, you can't skip these cutscenes.
And there we must go in order to confront the evil twins.
Still riches.
And restore the natural order of things.
With me on top.
With me on top. We require 6 power crystals in order to make the leap, and we have 4. Let's see. That isn't enough! All is lost unless... Come along!
Yeah, that's really the only thing, is the fact that we can't skip cutscenes. Yeah, that's the only thing that's annoying. The fact that you can't skip cutscenes. And you would have to rewatch the cutscene to get to a certain part like we're having to do here. Again, definitely reminds me a lot of the original Kingdom Hearts. You know, before the Final Mix. Before the Final Mix releases, where they added the ability to skip cutscenes. And yet again, here is where
our salvation floats upon the briny
we have to
we must reach Engine's battleship
watch again before we can do the whole slide part.
Think, Cortex, think!
Let's just hope this will be the attempt. Right? Let's just hope this will be the attempt that we get those last 2 gems. Let's just hope so. Please let this be the attempt. Because again, we just need 2 gems in this level. Okay, I got that one. If I don't goof it up, if I don't goof up the next one, then we'll have all the gems in this level. I am so sorry, Cortex. I swear that looks painful. That looks so painful. Okay, it's just up ahead.
Ladies? Excuse me, madam. Are those real?
Are those real?
Mother?
Just Cortex saying, are those real? Okay, that's all the gems. Good, good. Yeah, Cortex just saying, are those real? In that area where you just heard women screaming. And again, Cortex's mom was there. Like, what was that place? And what is Cortex's mom doing there? That's what I want to know. You can technically do that. Just go around it. Obviously you can't when it comes to getting the gem. But still. So yeah, only took us... No. Did it just freeze on us? And I betcha it didn't save that part. Dang. Okay, please. Please, 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 please.
What have we got?
Of course, we have to go and get those gems again.
There.
Of course, because they didn't save it when we got those gems. So we're gonna have to go and get those gems again. So this is the third time. This is the third attempt. If it didn't freeze there, if the game didn't freeze, and me having to literally restart the console to get back up to this point, we could have had it there. But again, the game had to freeze there, and at the wrong timing, too. So we have to go and do it all again. Ain't that just fantastic? Again, I pray, I beg for mercy that it doesn't freeze again when we get back to that part. I just beg that the game doesn't decide to freeze again. And we just gotta make it back to that part. I mean, you can make that. You can make that without that ramp. You can do it without that ramp getting across. I've done it before.
Coming through! Ladies? Excuse me, madam. Are those real? Mother?
Yeah, Cortex, again, What is Cortex's mom doing there? And what kind of a place is that? That has all those women inside. That's what I want to know. I really want to know that. Again, we can just go around since we didn't have the gem to get anymore. Just be able to go around. Alright, we're good now. Thankfully it didn't freeze that time. The game didn't decide to freeze on us this time, so that's good. That is very good. Hello, Dingo Dial. Yet again in a porta potty. Which I would have definitely liked it if they would have kept with Dingo Dial just, you know, dating Tana.
No amount of treasure could ever begin to compensate.
Treasure, I? Bonza.
I definitely wish that wouldn't have got cut. Because that would have been very funny to say in game. But now we got Engine's battleship. And this place is something else too. All I can just say. Engine's battleship. Which, yeah, you don't really have to get that detonation switch because, yes, there's extra man, but if there was a gem, then yeah. But yeah, it's just, even though it is extra man, it's all fine. All good. You can do, what I like to do, is you can do this. I gotta reach it. There we go. Yeah, reach over to the edge. But then I remember... But yeah, then I remember something. That you're gonna have to really do it over this side. First of all, you're gonna have to do it on that side. Yeah, just look out for these mice, these rats. Just like I died there. Yeah, just like I died there to it. Definitely be careful with those rats. It's not too hard to jump up like that. And yeah, Engine's battleship in different prototypes was kind of different too. Especially the way that we were supposed to defeat Engine on the boss fight with him. It was going to be completely different too in an early prototype. And of course, I died there. Of course I would have died there. Which, can you... Yeah, you can make it there without using one of these. Then bounce up here, bounce up there. All right. And you can't, I don't think you can really do the same thing over here, like we did in the first room. I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'm unsure exactly. It'd be more risky, too. And with that, that's all the gems except one, which is literally in the next, well, not the next section, because we have Engine, but right after Engine's part. Hello, Engine. Because again, Engine's pretty easy to defeat too. All we have to do is destroy these things that is keeping him up. Because he's going to throw some TNT that we need to make him blow up. Gotta make him destroy these things with TNTs. Again, pretty simple. Not too difficult. And with that, hang on, with that, that's Engine. Bye, Engine. And now we got a chase. Now we got a chase sequence with our good old buddy, Rusty Walrus.
Yummy fresh meat for my pot.
Our good old chase with Rusty Walrus that is trying to cook us. Yeah, he's trying to come and cook us. And there's the last gem for this level. For Engine's battleship level. Which, yeah, we are technically still in Engine's battleship. Where we fell into. Those doors do not hold Rusty Walrus, that's for sure. He just breaks them open. Even when they lock, he just busts them open. See ya, Rusty. And now we have loads of TNTs. How did we get that Aku Aku? I have no clue. How did we get that third Aku Aku? And now we got yet another boss fight.
The rats are leaving the sinking
Yeah.
ship.
Right after Engine, we have a chase sequence, and then we have a boss fight yet again. But this time with Brio, and Brio and N-Trophy.
Looks like we'll have to wring it out of him. Rio, get changed.
Which again, there was a phase in this fight that was cut from Embryo, which he would have tilted the ice, and TNT would have started falling down on the other, and you would have to get the TNT to go on top of him. Yeah, just dodge Embryo. And then Trophy will show up. Just don't die like I did. Because again, you'd have to obviously rewatch the cutscene again to get to the fight.
Tell us where the treasure is.
I'm talking again, him already knowing about the treasure, because I talked about that whole scene that was cut where we saw when he first find out about the evil twins' treasure. Man, is it that bad in Brio? Just those facial expressions he was doing. Like, was it really that bad? Again, just get N-Trophy 3 times and you win. You just gotta dodge Embryo, basically. That's what Embryo's here for. Boing, boing, boing. That's what the music is saying. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. And with that, that's Embryo and N-Trophy. I mean, you didn't even have to hit or touch Embryo. You just had to dodge him. Yeah, you didn't even have to touch Embryo.
Come along to the Psychotron.
And what we're about to do, to witness, would have been the opening to Gonna Bit Coco. Again, my favorite cut level of Crash Twinsanity. And would have been my absolute favorite level if it wasn't cut. yeah, this cutscene that we're about to watch would have been the opening to the level.
You monster! Let my brother go!
Because Coco would have obviously kicked the crystals out of Cortex's hands.
My crystal!
The Psychotron zaps Coco, and a portal would have opened to her mind, inside of her head, where Cortex would have gone
Must be repaired.
inside
Only
of,
one person can
and would have been confronted by teddy bears, bunny rabbits, elephants, pink elephants.
Obviously, I've made a few modifications.
But sadly, it was cut.
And there.
I really do hate that that was cut.
Set a course for Madame Amberley's Academy of Evil.
Yeah, I really do hate that it was cut.
Come along.
Really do hate that it was cut. Very much. It really makes me sad that a level like that was cut. Because I absolutely would have loved to explore inside of Coco's mind that Gonna Bit Coco would have been taking place part of. Us going inside of Coco's mind, and it would have had, again, a whole city, pretty much. Like, different houses and a windmill and stuff that it was going to have. But again, sadly, the developers were rushed to finish the game on the deadline. And see, that's why you don't rush development. You let them work on the game and not let it rush.
Hey, so this is how the rich and the ugly fly. Who's doing this? May I have another bag of those spicy peanuts?
I will.
Boring.
I shall crush you like a what you are. You are nothing to me, for I am the great old power of Cortex. You keep this out of it. How dare you walk right and live with me? Rest assured, I'm the right to open the fun.
Yeah, whatever. Skip to the good bit.
Like, I would like to know how they even got in. They probably used that rip that they entered before and left in. That's what I would have think. Madame Amberley's Academy of Evil, which is very interesting that we were going to see this in the cancelled version of Crash 5 that was going to have the Spyro crossover. Because again, there was concept art of Madame Amberley's Academy of Evil. So it was quite interesting that we were going to see it return in a mainline Crash game. Right, on a mainline Crash game. Very interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the gems that I can right now. But then that will conclude this edition. Because we'll be finishing the rest of Twinsanity in the next edition. Yeah, only will take us 2 streams, 2 editions to complete Twinsanity on this series. It's all good though. I love the evil laugh that's being played too in this. Yeah, I love the evil laugh that you hear. I mean, yeah, this is definitely a school that you would definitely see somebody like Nina going into, right? Cortex's niece. Most definitely. Cortex is certainly some uncle, I would say. Leaving his niece in a school like this. Which, Cortex himself did go to the school, though. Cortex did go to the Academy of Evil when he was young, too. So I guess it does make sense.
Ah, yes. The old alma mater. As a former student myself, I'm well acquainted with the many secrets this institution holds.
Except not that one. Yeah, like he was not aware of that one, I guess. But yeah, we're just missing one gem now, and it's up there. Which we cannot get until before we leave the Academy of Evil. Once we defeat Madame Embly, and before we head back to the blimp, or the airship, before we head back to Cortex's airship, that's when we'll be able to get that gem. But yeah, that'll conclude this edition. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have all notifications turned on so you miss anything new. And yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Catch you next one.